You ready, Clay? All right. Simplify to amplify, Clay Brizendine.
Thank you. First-time speaker, long-time watcher. We'll see when we get going here. Anybody know any good improv? So, as the slide starts to come up, in case you're wondering, Brizendine is German. It's a very difficult name to spell. Usually spell it B as in boy, R-I, Z as in zebra, E-N, D as in dog, I-N-E. Got a little song that goes with it. Sing a song. I do take a hip-hop dance class if anybody's interested in that. And this floor is perfect for it, by the way. All right, here we go. All right, simplified amplify. There we go. Okay, so what simplified amplify is all about. Simplified amplify is very simple. The more energy, time, focus, attention you give to the most important things that are in your life, the happier and healthier you're going to be, like what you saw from Miss America up there. It's about quality. It's not about quantity. It's not about having 100 things. It's about having 10 things and having those 10 things be the right things for you and chosen by you, not by somebody else. So why me? A few years ago, I spent 6 months clinically depressed. I was that guy. Obviously a lot better now. But a lot of the things that I figured out how to do during that period, I'm going to talk to you guys about today. And whether you're like that or whether you're totally good, you can learn from some of these things. So interval living, I had to learn how to push beyond what I thought I was capable of and then take purposeful breaks, not burnt out breaks, purposeful breaks. And I had to do that over and over on a consistent basis to create habit out of those because I couldn't think of the 1,000 things that I needed to do. I could only focus on a couple at once. So creating habits and rituals was key. I did 2 things with life maps and lists. I created a life map that was pretty ugly to start up to that point. It looked a lot like that road. The worst part about it was I didn't know when it was going to end. For anybody who's been in that spot, you have no clue when it's going to end. 2 lists I created. The first list was who is what was important. And the most important thing about this was that number 1 slot. If that was messed up, the rest of my life was messed up. So I needed to identify what or who was on that number 1. Number 2, I needed a remarkable list. What did I want to be remarkable at? What did I want people calling me for to talk to me about? I needed to know that. Both of those lists then helped me create the last life map. I knew where I wanted to go. I knew who I wanted on the journey. I knew what I needed to take with me. And that then allowed me to get out of the hell that I was in at that time. So I did all this stuff, and that's great, but I couldn't have done it without something that I call the elements of vitality. Body, heart, mind, and soul. I absolutely needed all of these in concert with each other to get to where I wanted to be. So I'll talk about body first. As a personal trainer, I get a lot of questions, and one of them I get is, if I can only eat right or I can only exercise because I don't have time for both, what should I do? And 11 times out of 10, I'm going to tell them to eat right and to eat right well because that's going to enable you to do this, to exercise well. The one thing that I found out about exercise through that period, not only did I just need to do it, but exercise is not an end unto itself. Exercise is a means to an end. Breathing, sleeping, water, they're all free. This is the no excuses slide. If you do those 3 well in concert with the nutrition and the exercise pieces, then you are set to be able to do really great things. When I talk about heart, I talk about empathy. I don't do it perfect, but I'm a lot better now at walking in other people's shoes than I ever was before. And I go back to the quality over quantity statement. My relationships now from a quality perspective are exponentially greater than they were before. If I wanted to be remarkable at something and be great at something, I had to focus. Our lives are nothing but multitasking. I think everybody in the room would agree that there's a lot of that goes on. But if you want to be great, you must focus. And without purpose, there's no direction to any of this. I figured out my purpose along the way. and that was to enable dreams to come true through healthy living. That's what I want to do, and that's the path. Think about yours for a second. So how does this all come to life? Here's an example, the Power Hour. 30 minutes of exercise, 20 minutes of inspirational reading, 10 minutes of meditation. Now your 30-20-10 may be very different than mine, but this is a great way that they all come to life. 2 tips. 1, if you change anything, you need a team behind you. I had friends and family behind me the entire way. So whether you're changing like I did or you're changing something else, your team is critically important. The next tip, focus on what you want, not what you want to get rid of. Think about the nuance in these 2 statements. I want to drink more water. I don't want to drink Diet Coke. It's a very fine line, but one that can really help you go a long way. If you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. I had to be open to change in order to get where I wanted to be. I had to be open to change in order to simplify my life and amplify my life. Thank you, guys.